Hello, mortals.
Sorry, this kind of topic has always brought out the devil in me. Not because I myself support sexual harassers and offenders, but because I support making it legal to murder them, and allowing the gods to condemn their souls to whatever underworld awaits, where they will be punished for all eternity. It's not typical of me to express support for the death penalty, but to me, sexual assault warrants it. Now, Walmart's ethics team has always downplayed pretty much every complaint made by an employee, no matter how serious or trivial the complaint may be. Unfortunately, sexual harassment is no exception, and neither is sexual assault, as we'll see here in a minute. But first, I must put a disclaimer here that this video may uncover some disturbing or triggering situations. If you are a victim of past sexual harassment, assault, or abuse, proceed at your own risk. And please seek therapy if you have not already. And to anyone that at any point has the thought process of, well, it's her fault for dressing like a slut, or any other victim-blaming mentality, please just drop dead. You are about as bad as the rapists themselves. Also, just to make YouTube happy, this video will not feature any encouragement of violence. It will feature viewpoints that may or may not be controversial, as well as things that I might or might not do in certain situations. Today we're heading to the Walmart subreddit to uncover instances of sexual misconduct between associates, and we're going to see how Walmart corporate, HR, and ethics has responded to them. Our first story is titled Ethics is a Joke and SFW's Sexual Harassment. It reads, I was molested by a coworker. There was an investigation and everything, but he only got disciplinary action. We don't work in the same department, but I still have to see him every fucking day just about. I feel physically ill when I see him. I saw him today and he smirked at me because he knows it's fucking with me. I can't quit because there aren't many other jobs here, and I've already worked around a lot. Plus, Walmart is paying me higher than anything else I can find. I need to be able to pay my bills. I feel like I'm going to throw up. I've been feeling suicidal over it. This whole fucking company is a joke. One of the comments reads, as one woman to another, file a police report. OP responded with, this happened a few months ago. I don't even know if I can still make a police report. He also made sure to grab me in a camera blind spot. The only thing they caught on camera was him hugging me in a cramped room, but they couldn't even really tell it was me because of the angle. If this doesn't wake you up to the fact that ethics and HR don't care about you, then nothing might. This associate was literally held against their will and raped by one of their coworkers, and Walmart did nothing. Sickening is what it is. Walmart already has pretty solid evidence. They knew a female employee was assaulted, they caught the accused on camera hugging someone that might be the accuser, and regardless of who it is, was the hug consensual? That right there should have prompted a deeper investigation. Did they even question the accused? Perhaps notified him that an anonymous complaint was filed against him? That part isn't revealed. I doubt there was even an investigation, just her superiors telling them that an investigation had been launched. What makes this even fucking worse is that the only witness to the crime is an ally of the assaulter, who 1. Wanted to join in, and 2. Who the assaulter had disturbing, in-depth conversations about the assaulted with, which the assaulter proceeded to repeat during the crime. In an update post titled Ethics is a Joke Update, Gonna Lose My Job, we see that Walmart truly does not give a damn about sexual assault victims. It reads, well, someone in my previous post asked me to make an update if anything happens. I didn't make a police report because my husband begged me not to, fearing my assaulter would know it was me and try to cause me physical harm. I called the local sexual assault crisis hotline to see if they could help me file an anonymous report, but they never reached back out to me with any information. On to what happened Friday. It was our store's grand reopening Friday, and I wanted to talk to the store manager directly, but he was busy parading around in a suit and taking care of the celebration. Barf. I had to talk to my coach instead, and I asked my coach if they could do anything about changing my assaulter's schedule so our schedules weren't overlapping and make sure he doesn't come into my department. OGP has its own room off the sales floor, and there is no reason whatsoever someone in another department needs to come in, but the fucker has walked right in and looked around for something before. I explained I changed my schedule 3 times to avoid him, and I still somehow run into him. He comes in at around 7 at night and is there until past 7 in the morning. I don't even know how he's been approved of so much overtime. I couldn't avoid him working mornings or nights. It was an absolutely awful day from then on. An order fell on me and I was brushed off by my team lead, not even offered to fill out an incident report. They don't even bother filling those out for me anymore since it's happened so often. I had to take a break so I could cry, and my coach called me to talk to me in a separate room with a random female coach I don't know. He told me he talked to the store manager and was informed the investigation was closed and they already did everything they could, which was nothing. I told him that was bullshit and that I can't work here with that fucker being able to do whatever he wants. He said he's sorry I feel that way, and I snapped at him that it's not my fault. Everyone here is okay with letting predators walk around the store. I stormed out and back to the OGP room. I was fighting back tears, but I didn't want to get yelled at for not working and tried to grab an order. Of course, the whole thing fell forward and off the dolly. I don't know why. I didn't even mean to do it, but I immediately slammed my device onto the floor. Earlier that day, a coworker threw his across the room, and his device didn't even break, but the screen on mine had, of course, shattered. The team lead then then started yelling at me, telling me that I can't do that, and I started breaking down. He told me to walk and calm down. Well, I had my first ever panic attack, guys. I sat outside between some vending machines and started to hyperventilate. I felt like I couldn't breathe. My vision was blurring and darkening. My hands and face went numb. I was shaking violently. A customer saw me and called management because everyone thought I was going to pass out. The store manager, who pretty much blamed me for what caused all of this, came out and put his hands on my shoulder, trying to tell me I need to breathe or they're going to have to call the paramedics. That just made it worse because I absolutely hate that man, and now I was somehow pissed off while having a panic attack. I managed to say I don't want any men around. The AP women then took me into the AP office and were able to help me calm down, until the female store manager came in while I was explaining why I was upset to AP. She told me I'm not allowed to talk about an open case, then said the case was closed and there was nothing they can do after sending AP out of the room. This damn store manager just stood there repeatedly telling me there's nothing they can do, then asking me what I want them to do. She said they can't change his schedule at all because they can't do anything to affect his job or whatever because it would be unfair to him. She said we'll talk again when I come back in on Sunday today, but I don't want to talk to her. She essentially told me to suck it up and hinted at termination if this keeps me from being productive, since it's her job to make sure every employee is being productive. I was told to suck it up, quit, or face termination because there is absolutely nothing they can do for me. It's been a wonderful time. Wish me luck in finding another job. A friend of mine said they can put in a good word for me somewhere else, but it would be for $3 an hour less and only part-time. So happy to be losing money and health because of this. Absolutely wonderful. I hope Walmart gets sued up the ass several times over until they go bankrupt. I know it won't happen, but we can all dream. So guy rapes her. Assaulted files a complaint. She maintains that she was raped for 3 whole months. Assaulter smirks at her to mortify her further. Assaulter and his accomplice fucking linger around the store while off duty, while the assaulted is working. Assaulted cries to the higher-ups, accidentally tips over her cart and drops her TC due to stress, and starts having a fucking panic attack in front of customers. How much more obvious can it get, Walmart? These are clear signs of trauma. Someone was raped on your watch and you did nothing. Not only did you not do anything, but you actively defend him and are now threatening the assaulted with termination. You are just as guilty of this defilement of an innocent. Shame on you to let this happen. You and the assaulters you coddle should be put to death and your wealth and assets confiscated and used for the good of the people. I couldn't imagine being OP's husband. If I were in his shoes, especially being so worried about the assaulters causing further harm, I personally would come with her to work, armed and armored to the teeth, lure the bastards to the same blind spot they used to rape her, and slaughter them. If they can get away with rape by using a blind spot to their advantage, why shouldn't it be the same with murder or any other crime for that matter? I'm just saying, let's be logical about this. If I can get charged with murder when there's no video evidence, why can a man and an accomplice get off scot-free with rape under the exact same circumstances? As for OP, if you're watching this, get the hell away from Walmart. Sure, it pays a little better than anywhere else in a small town, and is also the best place for a job in a small town, but it is not worth the stress. Please do not allow these degenerates to torture you psychologically while the company sits back and does fuck all to help, even coddling the motherfuckers, despite them seeming intent on doing it again if they get the chance. I would quit immediately and pursue the job that pays less and is only part-time. Your safety and sanity are worth more than money, and if you can, get out of that town. If Walmart is the best thing for you where you're at, please move to a larger city, get a new job there, and consider going to trade school. So that way you can potentially get a job that not only pays better than Walmart, but you'll have a better chance of being successful. And please, go to therapy. Don't let this send you over the edge. Solidarity, sympathy. The next story is titled Reported Coworker for Sexual Harassment. It reads, I have a 70-year-old coworker that follows me around and touches me and says creepy things I'm not going to put in this post. I reported him to management finally after years of not saying anything after he grabbed me around the waist yesterday and said something suggestive. Anyone have experience with this? Will anything likely happen or should I begin looking for a new job? Also been reading about people losing their jobs at Walmart for reporting it and stressed out about it. I only want this job right now for my dental insurance until February when I get my wisdom teeth removed. I'm just so tired of him touching me. An update post reads, I reported him to asset protections and personnel. He grabs me by the waist, feels my stomach, and holds my hand and says sexual things to me. As someone who has been sexually assaulted as a child, my reaction is to freeze. Expecting me to take care of it isn't fair. They promised to do something, but he's still doing it. Hopefully this reinforces the idea that you can never expect too much from your management team or ethics. They don't take this shit seriously, unfortunately. If you can muster it, next time he comes near you and reaches out to grab you, slap his hand away and tell him that the way he touches you and talks to you makes you feel uncomfortable. You might also try to get him in front of coworkers too, or at least inside of a camera, by creating more and more of a distance until he's unable to handle you like this without being caught. Being 70, I wouldn't guess that this man is neither particularly strong nor fast, and he's probably not very smart either. Maybe a case of early stage dementia will take its toll. Every member of the staff deserves to know what kind of creep walks among them. Be vocal about this. You may find that you're not his only victim. Befriend some of your coworkers, and from that point forward, never navigate the store alone. If this is how he conducts himself around female associates, how does he conduct himself around the customers? This guy is a menace to society, and it's a shame that your employer doesn't see the problem. Your best bet is to file a police report. If you can at least get a restraining order, that might force Walmart to at least transfer him to a different department, shift, or even store. But do make sure this man knows your boundaries, and if he doesn't get the message, consider investing in a can of pepper spray for concealed carry. And don't be afraid to brandish it once he comes near you again. Clearly Walmart isn't going to do shit, even if he straight up rapes you. If the cops also prove useless, you may want to consider looking for a new job. And please, if you haven't already, see a therapist for your trauma from your past sexual abuse. Good luck to you. Okay, well, I could talk about this until I'm blue in the face, but I'm going to go on ahead and stop here. If anyone working anywhere is dealing with any kind of sexual harassment or has been assaulted in the workplace, tell your supervisor and management, unless of course your assaulter is himself a supervisor or manager. File a police report, be vocal about it amongst your coworkers, make friends, and regardless of what happens, seek new employment. Don't let these people take advantage of you. Don't let these people think that they can get away with shit like this. I believe in each and every single one of you to bring your assaulters and harassers to justice. And with that, I think I'm going to sign off on this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Please share this far and wide. This is a must-watch for anyone considering even applying for a job at Walmart. Leave a comment about your work experience at Walmart or elsewhere, and please subscribe for more content like this, as there will be more. And click the bell to get notified when I upload. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back soon with another video. Bye, guys.